remember, we have all the manpower and all the leverage.
Dad!
He's using my daughter to get to me. You got kids, Miller? Just go get my little girl.
Hey, get down!
What's going on, Sergio? Jeff in Vegas.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm just getting a little situated here.
Getting prepared.
I left my coffee in the other room. That's fine.
Well, cool. Thank you so much for talking to me today about Hard Kill.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Well, this is a tech thriller, and the partner, your character, he's after Project 725, which is some sort of quantum AI system. And for an actor, playing the villain or the heavy always has to be the great part.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I honestly prefer to play the good guy, but I just tend to get a lot of the bad guy roles. But this one was actually fun. There was a lot to work with on this role specifically. So yeah, it was fun.
Well, there's a great line you have in the movie, 7 pounds of pressure to pull a trigger. Did you train for the movie in weaponry? Because it looked very technical.
Yeah, we had some stunt training. There wasn't too much of the weapon training. I had been in a few other films where I was also shooting weapons, so I already had some experience and I'd gone to ranges and stuff before. But yeah, it was pretty cool. I was shooting a Desert Eagle. It was like a military grade sort of weapon and everything. It was interesting.
Well, Hard Kill has some really great shootouts in it, but even those fake guns, they can be pretty loud too, huh?
Yeah. Before every scene with shooting, you had to put in the earplugs and have the safety meeting and all that. So they're very loud. They have half rounds, full rounds, and everything like that. So it gets pretty up there.
And tell me about the location they used for Hard Kill. It looked like some sort of abandoned factory. And I think that really added to the movie, having it all in one place, creating that tension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was it was a card factory. And apparently they were putting hidden messages like in some of their packages or something like during World War II. And there were still like random card sheets laying around here and there. It was pretty cool. I kind of wanted to take one, but I ended up just forgetting, but I'm sure it was covered in like asbestos or whatever, so probably better off not.
And your scene with Bruce Willis, I mean, were you nervous? I mean, the guy's a legend. I mean, even your character had a Rubik's Cube kind of maybe to distract him.
No, I actually can solve I have one with me right here, it's on my desk, but I could solve a Rubik's Cube very quickly, so that was easy. But working with Bruce was cool. I had actually worked with him in 10 Minutes Gone, like briefly, which is another movie that I did, but I don't know, I guess it's sort of like a mental thing. Like if you're intimidated or nervous, you can't perform as well. So I kind of just like block that out. And it was.
Yeah, but you were shot by Bruce Willis in a movie. I mean, what a badge of honor. That's like being eaten by a zombie in The Walking Dead. I mean, that's such a great claim to fame.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. I'm happy about that. Preferably wouldn't die in a movie, but if I'm gonna go, that would be the way.
And it seemed really cold in that factory. Half the time you could see everybody's breath. I mean, prominently.
Yes, it was freezing. We shot in February in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it was like almost unbearable at certain points. Like there were some outside scenes, and like in between every take had like 2 coats on, hand warmers, and in my pockets of my pants, my jacket, my back pockets, my boots, like my gloves, and it was freezing. It was hard not to like stutter and shiver like between lines and stuff. That's how cold it was.
And you had that big finale fight scene. It looked very well choreographed, but any loose punches?
I don't think so. They're very close, but no one actually got hit, which was good. But we got into it. They actually wanted to use the stuntman a little bit more, but Jesse and I wanted to just do as much as we could. So it was pretty cool. It was fun.
And director Matt Eskasandari, am I saying that right?
Very,
Yeah, tell me about his style, because it was pretty cool.
I really liked working with Matt. He was very open to discussion. I worked with some other directors that were kind of like set in stone and like didn't even want to hear what you had to say. But Matt, I was able to call and talk through scenes the night before or the week before or whatever, like alter dialogue and everything. Even on set, you know, like I would improv a little bit and he'd be like, yeah, keep that, or, you know, scratch that, but do that other thing you did or whatever. So he gave the actors a lot of freedom to do what they wanted.
And what's really weird with Matt, I noticed that your very first appearance on screen, he loves your feet. You come down this fire escape, there's your feet. You get out of the limo, out of your car, there's your feet. You go to meet the guys for the first time to demand the technology, your feet come out. So he did it like 3 or 4 times. Something about you showing your feet first. It's really strange, but I think he just did that only for your character.
I didn't even notice that. That's pretty funny. It's like maybe like a Tarantino thing he's got going on.
It was exclusive to you. So the bad guy got his feet shown every time. You know, like in a Western when someone comes out, but he did it 3 or 4 times with you. So I thought he's really paying attention to the partner.
Oh, that's hilarious. I've got to pay attention to that next time I see it.
Well, you know, Sergio, you're an actor, writer, director, producer. You wear so many different hats. Is there one of those jobs you prefer over most?
I've thought about that a lot, and other people have asked me that. If I had to choose one, I would probably choose producing. And that's kind of like me putting my ego aside, because obviously I love being on screen. I guess the actors get more of the limelight, but producing would allow me to do what I really want to do in the industry, and is just tell stories and get messages across. And although that would be great to do as an actor, I would be limited in other people's work. Whereas if I was a producer, I could pick the project, I could pick the script, and, you know, put the cast together, and the director, and it would be my vision. So I wouldn't be on screen, but it would be the best way to facilitate what my goal actually is.
Well, Sergio, congratulations on Hard Kill. It was a great ride, and it's available now on video on demand. And what's coming up next for you?
Thank you. And up next, a film I'm attached to as a producer on, a smaller role in called Big Gold Brick, is coming out later this year. That's with Andy Garcia, Emery Cohen, Megan Fox, Oscar Isaac, and Lucy Hale. It's kind of like a dark drama comedy sort of film. It's hard to put it into one genre. It's pretty original. It's different than most films that come out, I think, but that I'm really excited for. Tony Kushner's writing a script right now for Plan B that Brad Pitt's going to star, that I'm really excited about. I'm an executive producer on that one, so my role is a little bit limited there. Supposed to be in a film with Gerard Butler called Hair of the Dog, which keeps getting delayed due to COVID, so I don't know when that's going to film finally. But
Sergio, you're so busy. Usually they're like, well, it's COVID and pandemic and all our projects got halted, and you just seem to be busier than ever.
I'm just waiting. I'm developing, but I'm also waiting. There's a few films I'm supposed to be doing that are just waiting to start, really.
Oh, we're all waiting. We're all waiting. So anyway, until then, watch Hard Kill. Thanks so much for talking to me today. When you have a chance, come visit us in Las Vegas. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks for having me.